So here is what you call a temperature sensor. So it's going to sense a temperature. On this side is the negative side, so it's connected to ground. The white wire is connected to analog pin 0, and the red wire is connected to the positive. Over here we have an LED. On the negative side you'll see a resistor. On the positive side is connected to digital pin number 9. So here's my code. On the top of it says constant int temp pin equals 0. So pretty much we declared that temp pin is equal to 0. So that's going to stay that way until we say otherwise in the code. And then we have our setup. So we set up that pin mode for the pin 9, so the LED is our output, so we declared that. And then we set up our serial monitor, so serial begin. Over here we have a loop, so here we have float, and float is used when decimals are used and to approximate the analog value. And then so we're going to float the values of voltage, degrees C or degrees Celsius, and degrees Fahrenheit or degree F. And then here we have voltage is equal to analog read temp pin times that number. So pretty much it's going to read the value off of the temperature sensor, and then it's going to multiply it times that big number. Well, technically it's a small number, and that's what the value of voltage is equal to. And then the value of degrees Celsius is equal to whatever the value of voltage is minus 0.5, and then you multiply that number by 100. Next you have degrees F is equal to the value of degrees C times 1.8, so 9 divided by 5 is 1.8, and then you add 32. So that's the value of degrees F. Now we scroll down. So what's going to be printed on the serial monitor is voltage, degree C, and degree F. So whatever value comes off of that will be printed. Next we have, after our delay for that, we have our if statement. And the if statement pretty much states that if the value of degree F is greater than 75, then the LED will turn on, and then else is or in other words, if the degree of F is less than 75, then the LED will turn off. So that's our else statement. So I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So right now it's reading voltage is 0.72, degree C is 22.7, and then degree F is 72.8. So our LED is not on because it's not greater than 75. So I'm going to put my hand on this just to make the value go up. So now the temperature is increasing. Now it's above 75 and our LED is on. I'm going to let go. It's decreasing. See how the temperature is decreasing now. Still on. And then now it's 74. And now it's off. Okay, so here I have an RGB LED. Over here we have on the side there is a resistor connected to one of the legs of the RGB LED, and then on the other side of that resistor is a red wire which connects to digital pin number 9. Next to the red wire is actually connected, you'll see ground wire right here. So the black wire is connected to ground. And then on the other side, just like the red wire, except it's green, so there's a green wire instead in front of the resistor, and it is connected to pin number 10, and then blue is connected to pin number 11. Next we have our temperature sensor. It's a little temperature sensor. We have red wire connected to 5 volts, positive 5 volts, a white wire connected to analog 0, and a black wire connected to ground. Next we have our push button. It is wired up as an input pull up, Reason why is because our resistor is connected to the positive side and the other side is connected to ground, mainly because it's the positive. And then in front of the resistor there is a blue wire. It is connected to digital pin number 3. Alright, so here's my code. Now I'm going to note that for the temperature sensor portion of this code, it is exactly the same thing as the first video with the one LED. The only thing I really added was, for instance, I had to say pin mode for 9, 10, 11. That's the where the pins for the RGB LED will be. And then you see where pin mode 3 is our input. That's our push button right there. And then the other thing I did was I had to declare blue butt, or in other words, our button is equal to digital read number 3. So pretty much it's going to read the value off of the button at pin number 3. So like I said, the rest of that is all the same as you saw in the previous objective. So I'm going to scroll down to our new if statement. That's another thing we changed, was our if statement. So for the first part of that if statement, I said if blue butt, or the button, is equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, so normally I would say 1, but because it is in an input pull-up, it'll be the opposite of what I want it to be. So I had to say off instead of on. So I said if the button is off, it will read on, and the temperature is less than or equal to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, then the blue and green LEDs on the RGB LED will be on. So it will display like a light blue color. And our else is if the blue button is off, or if it is above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, then the green and blue LEDs would turn off. And then our next if statement is if blue butt is equal 0, and if the temperature is less than 80 and above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, then the red LED and the green LED would be on, so it would be like a yellow color that it will display. And then our else statement is the red LED would be off. The reason why I didn't say it would be the green one would be off in this one is because this one, this top part already says it, so there's no need to re-say it anyways. And plus, it wouldn't really work the way I wanted to. It would just display green, or at least this one would display blue, one of those two. It would just complicate things. And then our last if statement is if blue butt is equal to 0 and the temperature is above or equal to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, then the red LED would be on. And like I said, I didn't need to include that else statement because this is already in this part, so there was no need to do that. Alright, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So here the temperature is down, and when I press the button, oh no, okay, so I'm going to press the button. So, when it's below 50, please go down below 50. Well, as you saw, it turned blue. Alright, so you already had a glimpse of what the LED looks like when the temperature is above 50 degrees Fahrenheit but below 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But I'm going to show you again. So here the temperature says 71.20 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to note right now that the LED from the camera's point of view would look green, but if you were here, it would look yellow. So right there, see? Looks green, but in reality it's yellow. Now I'm going to increase the temperature. I'm going to put my finger there. It's increasing the temperature right now, so it has to get above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So now I'm going to press the button. Keep my finger there and see how it's above 80 and the LED turns red.